Shalom, Kahala, Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahabashai, Ba'ashim Rekakadosh. All praises and glories definitely due, especially in the times we're living in. Much honors and respects to the apostles and others, a great millstone, and to all the brothers out there doing the work in sincerity and truth, rightfully dividing the word of truth. You do that through your precepts. I say shalom. Back for another quick 4-part lesson. I'm going to title this In the News and Concerning Faith. So without further ado, I wanted to show you this first, this article. And as you can see, it's published November 3rd, 2023. All right, and it's titled Russia's Wagner Group to Enter Israel-Hamas War and Provide Air Support to Hezbollah. Pentagon expresses concern. Now, if you people don't know, Yemen has entered into the war, all right, into the Israel and Hamas war. They've entered into it. Egypt has entered into it, all right. So you could see what's happening, people, all right. I believe the president of Turkey, all right, has announced that he's against Israel as well. So I think it's very clear to see what's happening, and you people need to understand that this is all prophecy. Okay, this is just prophecy being fulfilled. All right, it is the Lord that is gathering the nations, mustering the nations together. For what? For Armageddon, all right? So that he can what? Lay out his indignation, his righteous anger against the nations. And again, what is all this about? About the controversy of Zion, all right? Which, again, Zion, remember, you are people first before you are placed. The Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans that make up the 12 tribes of Israel, all right? You understand? These nations have all been confederate against thee, as you read in Psalms 83. And you people can go read that on your own. All right? And remember, people, so they cannot, it's not what they say. It's not what they want to do. All right? They're going to do the will of the Lord. All things obey the will of the Lord. So it is the Lord that's mustering them, getting them ready, all right? For what? For the battle of Armageddon. Okay? Yahweh's Shabbat. Yahweh's judgment upon the nations. All right? So I just wanted to show you that. Okay? You guys can read this article here. Russia's paramilitary Wagner Group to reportedly enter Israel-Hamas war and provide air defense support to Hezbollah. Okay? So, and by the way, the president of Turkey, okay, Turkey is actually a NATO nation, people, if you didn't know that. Okay, part of the EU, part of NATO. So what is that? That's a fulfillment of prophecy. Okay, and there's going to be other nations of the NATO that are also going to turn on Israel and America. Okay, because again, you can read that in Revelations, the 17th chapter. All right? It's very, very clear. Matter of fact, I'm going to take you to that, and then I want to get into the lesson concerning faith. All right? You guys can read this article on your own. Give me a minute. All right. You see what it says here, people? It says, in the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, all right? The 10 horns of the EU nations. The beast is NATO, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. Now, these shall hate the whore. Okay? So, again, as you can see, right, the 10 horns representing EU, the beast is NATO, right? So you understand that NATO is simply an extension of America. You understand? Who reigns over the kings of the earth. You understand? Because it's not NATO that put sanctions on these other nations, right? It is America that put sanctions including on NATO. Okay? So you understand. You see, understand the system. And that's what you're dealing with here. You're dealing with Edomite supremacy, the Edomite beast, the system, which is headed up by America, along with NATO and the EU. And that's known as the power structure, which is known as the dragon, which, again, it is the revival of the Roman Empire, okay, whose deadly wound was healed. Do you understand, people? Okay? Anyway, so the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore. The whore is America, Babylon the Great, who rides the beast. Do you understand, people? Okay? And shall make her desolate and naked. Make who desolate and naked? The whore, America. You understand? And shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. Now, they're not going to fly over America, pour gasoline, and light them at. They're going to send ICBMs, intercontinental ballistic missiles, the sword of the Lord. You understand that? His arrows. Okay? Those are the arrows of the Lord. All right? So, the next verse, what does it say? Verse 17. For the Most High, you see, the Most High have put it in their hearts. Hearts in Hebrew is lab, which means mind. So the Most High has put it in their minds on the EU, NATO nations, right? And remember, it's not just them, right? Again, you're talking about Russia, you're talking about China, right? You're talking about Iran, you're talking about everybody that has ICBM capability. All right, which again, this stuff is in the scriptures. All right, which you can read in Jeremiah. All right, so for the Most High have put it in their hearts, which means minds, to fulfill His will. See, everything is about fulfilling the will of the Lord, right? And all things obey the will of the Most High. Give me a minute. See what it says here? Who governeth the world with the palm of His hand, and all things obey His will. You see that? That's the Most High, right? For He is the King of all, and by His power dividing the holy things among them from the profane. The profane meaning the ungodly, who's the wicked, which is Esau Edom, the so-called white man. Give me a minute. This is Daniel 4:17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men. Got that? We'll end this here. We'll be right back with part 2 and get started on concerning faith. Shalom.